Hello. I've had this issue bothering me for the last couple months, because I haven't been able to get a haircut. And now I think some barbershops are open, salons, but I can't really afford a haircut either. This is as long as it's ever gotten in my adult life. It's too damn long. My shoes are, I don't even know what kind, I'm afraid to touch them, whatever kind of pestilence is on them, the kind of infestations, because my shoes are, I was walking down the street this morning and there were a bunch of like shards of glass, broken glass from beer bottles, and I tried kicking them out of the way into the corner by a building, and I had to be careful because got these giant holes in them. Where's the sun? Now the sun's not coming there. It's not the. This is. I'm like touching. Yeah. What the hell else is down here by my feet? So. I wish I was in Virginia in a way, because Moist Andy could cut my hair. I'd let him cut my hair live. We could both live stream it at the same time. He has an electric, hair trimmer. And the only thing is I like to have it on the clipper setting number 4. I know that's the length I want. It's not very long at all. It's like, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch. An inch of hair maybe. But it works for me. By the way, this is insane. This thing is so cheap, these bristles just start breaking off, like snapping off. I didn't even use this side yet. I just like touch it and it breaks. Sideburns. Well, I'm realizing styling long hair is kind of difficult because I'm realizing this does not look right or good. You know, anybody with long hair somehow looks better than this. Like my sideburns are all weird. And it's like I'm getting a mullet. It's so ridiculous. And yet it's not really longer. It doesn't seem as long in the front as it does on the back. I'm exercising every day hard. I am losing weight now. I've been doing burpees every morning, but lately, I don't know, my mind's a little bit wandering. Still having troubles with a depersonalization, derealization disorder, but it's getting better. I did burpees for 5 days in a row now. I'm just waiting until I get tired enough where I got to switch it up, but I like doing them because I like the full body kind of workout. And it's good cardio and everything. It's just great overall exercise. But I've been getting up too late lately and going to sleep too late, and sleep's really important for my dissociative disorder as well. Hey everyone. No, I'm not answering any questions about that buck tape. Yeah, click like everyone, helps the video out. And now I'm also, everyone joining, I'm Angelo, homeless filmmaker, blah, blah, blah. I'm having to consider going to work, even though this pandemic is not better than when the shutdown started, it's worse. it's spreading so much further. And, you know, I can't, what am I going to do? Wait a year or 2 years until it goes away, if it ever goes away? So, you know, to work in film and to get an income. So I have to decide, you know, now there are more film productions going, am I going to work? And, you know, I'm applying for jobs. I have to. I mean, hopefully everybody takes it seriously, and it's tough, but, you know, there's so much you can't control. And, you know, on sets, people get tired, people get exhausted, you know, they start ignoring safety protocols. I made videos with Shoe Nice years ago. Had fun making videos with him. You can see those, including one he did with my mom. Again, click like everyone. I'm on my new phone, by the way, my $188 LG Stylo 4 or 5, I think. It's a pretty good phone. It's a little bit slow. It doesn't have nearly as much storage as my old Samsung Galaxy, but that phone, it completely died. It won't even charge, nothing. It is destroyed, unless maybe it can get repaired, but it was probably cheaper to get this done, even though, I mean, maybe it was cheaper long term to get the Samsung fixed, but the thing is, with this LG Stylo, I only pay like $30 some up front, and then I'm paying whatever $8 a month after that. So I was like, I barely have any money. Got to do it. So, you know, it's scary thinking, okay, what do I do? Do I try and keep my film career going? Keep working with people, and just, even though, you know, the threat of this disease is out there, or, you know, what? Do I just try and just avoid filmmaking for 2 years or something until it's gone? I don't know. And of course, you know, it's spreading worse than ever. You know, reopening is spreading it faster, and, but what can I do? You know, what can people do? Just go without an income for a year or two? So, anyways. Nah, I don't want to do Uber Eats, though. I appreciate it. Why don't I live with my mom? She's 2,700 miles away. Virginia is like a dead place to me. Like, there's nothing I really want to do there. Didn't like it there. Small place. There's not. I just don't like the environment. There's not as much, nearly as many filming opportunities there. And you know, I just had to hide who I was there, and also it's like I couldn't express myself there because not many people were interested in film. Here, I can be around people like that all the time. And there wasn't as much to do there. It's just small suburbs and stuff. Here, it's incredible. You got big fields, big mountains. You know, just everything's big, and all the entertainers I like are here. Almost all of them. And filmmakers and all that. So many screenwriting instructors. I've been working a lot on my screenwriting lately. Reading a lot of screenplays, and stuff just starts clicking after 50 screenplays, 52 actually. I read the screenplay for The Aviator, which was a fantastic read. Some movies, they don't always read great, even if I love the film. But The Aviator was fantastic. John Logan's screenplay. Also Stranger Than Fiction. I've read it twice now. I kind of forgot I read it before. I know I did, and I read it again anyways. It was wonderful. I learned so much from it, and after 50 some, it's like, oh, this is clicking more now. I'm understanding more what I didn't get. But yeah, I got every reason to just keep going. So anyway, thanks for joining, everybody. Got several people here, 7 people. Click like. Got 4 like 8 people. Ocho personas. Oh, that's another thing. My Spanish. I've been it for 12 years and it's still not fluent. I get so frustrated though when I see like 4 words, 5 words I don't know. I'm like, fuck, that's too many words. You know, I get tired of learning them. But whoa, I almost said that in like a sort of Spanish language accent. That even so, my pronunciation is getting better and all that. But yeah, I haven't been practicing it nearly as much as I should. So just killing time now. I've been doing a lot of work on my own, and just surreal. It's totally surreal right now. Totalmente surreal. Surreal. That, you know, everything I came to LA for is pretty much just stopped. And it's so different. I've only seen the same few places for the last few months here, even though I'm still glad for that. The environment here is so much better. It's raining and stuff in Virginia, and humid, and I can't stand all that. Rain I don't mind so much, but it's annoying when everything's wet, when you're living outside in your car. Open up your trunk, everything gets wet. I'm still showering in the street. I don't want to go to the gym. Partly it's just a waste of gas. Partly a big reason, really, it's not safe. They're not requiring masks there. So, what can I do? Just very small steps to try to keep my life going, keep everything going. And just still trying to exercise hard and eat well. I get 2 tacos from Jack in the Box a lot of days, and no cheese on them. They're like $1.52. When you get them with the food stamp card, it's like $1.39. I guess the government gets a discount. But I would just get the cheapest stuff I can and try and keep it somewhat healthy. Yeah, the shell is not healthy, but it's cheap. That or the chicken teriyaki bowl, which is probably healthier, but it's like $6, $7. So yeah, wild time. It's a different time. I've been, like I said, getting up too late. I'm getting up around 6 in the morning lately. I try and get up around 5 normally, but it's been getting lazier. And can't beat myself up over it, but I just like to get a lot of stuff done early, and I've been going to bed too late. That's another issue. I get so much energy during the day that I'm distracted. I don't get the things done I want to, like reading screenplays, and I push it off until later, and then I go to sleep late and all that, and I don't want to get up. So a lot of times I've been taking naps after I wake up around 5:30 or 6. Take 2-hour naps in the morning after I work out for like an hour in the park. But I'm glad I'm working out in the park. It's even though I've been doing it too late lately. I like being done working out by 7 in the morning. Lately, I'm working out till 8 or 9 in the morning, and then people are around and crazy shit's going on and stuff, and people are acting weird and all that. And then I'll eat and come back to my car, and then you should take a nap for an hour or two. This is nice. I need it. But man, it's just surreal. I used to be going to shows here all the time. I saw Neil Hamburger. Go to small shows, go to different venues that were just incredible. I've never seen anything like it, except maybe one place in Virginia I went to back in like 2011. This little artist space performance venue, and that stuff was so cool, and now can't go to any of that. It's just so surreal, I'm just drifting, but it's kind of cool in a way. It was my dream. Just the idea of just getting to do what I want, not really have to worry about anything, even though I'm always worried in a way. But this was always kind of a dream, not working a job I hated. And it's not that I always hated my jobs. I didn't really hate being a bouncer. I just hated myself when I was being a bouncer. I just hated that it wasn't a horrible job. I just hated that I was pretending to do this thing that I never considered myself great at. And I never really was, that wasn't really me. But, it was a good job to have. It definitely was very good to have in a lot of ways. And, man, it's crazy. If I'd stayed doing that, I would have lost that job when the shutdown came. So, I always seem to be just barely escaping catastrophe. Just barely, like, getting away with, surviving. Whatever happens. It's a good thing I got food stamps when I did. if I had gotten them months ago, that would have helped a lot more. And yet, at the same time, okay, whatever, you know. I wasn't ready to get them. I couldn't stand waiting in the social services office and all that. And I didn't realize applying online was much easier. So, yeah. I got it pretty good here. I was talking to my mom. She's, she's wondering what's going to happen with her school job, and I was looking it up for her. She's like, she always asks me, Angelo, can you look this up? Or something, look up this or whatever. And sometimes it's hard to find news on this stuff. Even the reopening of schools, there's not much definite in Virginia other than, yeah, they're going to reopen. And they're trying to, change it a lot and have a lot of online education. But, she works in a school cafeteria. So, she, her know, am I going to have a job in next school year? Which, at least right now, the schools are opening. But I, don't know how all that's going to go. And, of course, she's very upset about, yes, I have hair. Butters lover. And she's, of course, very sad lately sometimes about, my dad dying. I don't know why. It's still, sometimes it hits me, and I don't know, I'm still dissociated. I'm still not quite processing reality. I don't know. It's changed me a lot being in LA the last year, and I'm really glad I'm here. To me, this is the best city in the world. I haven't been to a ton of cities. I've been to, let's see, okay, DC, Baltimore, Silver Spring. Those aren't, but Silver Spring's not really, I don't know if it's considered that much of a big city, but Baltimore, that's well known, DC. New York City or Manhattan. What's the difference? Is Manhattan New York City? I don't know. Manhattan Island? I don't know. I like it there, but it's too intimidating for me. I don't like it. I like it, but I don't know. I'm sure I'd get along there. Okay, wait. Chicago, that is a beautiful place. I was there for a few days on the Steve Harvey show. That was really nice. I know they got a lot of problems with, the police there and everything, but it was a beautiful place. And I was right by, my hotel was right by one of those huge lakes. Atlanta. I'm not listing every city I've been to, but yeah, to me, LA is the greatest city in the world, even for all its problems. It has a lot of problems, just because it's got so many incredible things here. The landscape is incredible. You have the desert. You have huge mountains, beaches. Even though beaches aren't really my, I don't. It's not my favorite thing. Like, I'm fine not going to the beach, but I like having mountains I can see. And just incredible big neighborhoods, and everything's big, and again, a lot of problems, but still, and just the fact that filmmaking is permeated throughout here, that to me is like, this is where my dreams come from. I would take in all these movies, hundreds of movies shot in LA. So, whether I knew it or not, subconsciously, my dreams were coming from Los Angeles. So, yeah, I need a haircut. I can't really afford one. I'm wondering, what do I do? Do I go, eventually I'll be able to afford one, but do I go just make an appointment and just spend the, $22 or something? It's like $17 at one of the places I like to go to, but then, I like a good tip, $4 or $5. And, man, Moist Andy, I wish he could cut my hair. He did a video where he did that lately, cut his own hair with an electric razor. And that's what I need. And the setting number 4, so I don't know, that's like an inch long or 3/4 of an inch or something. That's a good length for me. This is just crazy. So, I don't mind it so much lately, but yeah, it's just really long. And same with my shoes. Again, they're getting by, but as I do a lot of burpees, they wear out. Because, I'm flexing them, I'm bending them, I'm jumping to my feet, snapping to my feet, and going down. Thank goodness, man, these things are like fucking the Hondas or Toyotas of shoes, meaning even though they're beat up and damaged, they still function fine. One awkward thing, if there's a toilet seat in a public bathroom, I like to move it up with the side of my shoe, but it's hard to do that because the seat's going to touch my foot if it gets in the hole in the side of my shoe. So I got to kind of really turn my foot like almost, the side of it vertical to lift the toilet seat straight up. It's a very delicate dance. So yeah, it's just weird. Like, I used to go to shows here all the time. I used to, you know, go to the $2 movie theater, especially as I was getting out of my my dissociative disorder to the point where I could process and watch movies again. I was really enjoying being able to watch movies and getting there at least. And then, sure enough, pandemic shut everything down. And now I don't know how much I really want to go back to theaters. I know the Alamo Drafthouse, they're a great theater. They said they're going to require masks except when people eat. And I don't know how they're going to, I'm guessing they're going to limit their capacity, because that's what every business is doing pretty much. But I still don't know how safe I'd feel going to one of those. And the other thing is, going to the Drafthouse is expensive. It's downtown around here. There's a relatively cheap parking garage near there. It's like $4. What the hell? This van is revving up its engine on the other side of the street. But it's still like, you pay for a ticket and then you pay for a meal. That's pretty expensive going out. So, holy shit. That van is like, oh my goodness. Like revving their engine so much it's like smoke. Yeah, a bunch of smoke coming out their exhaust. Anyways, yeah, there's some times where I'm like, man, I wish I just had a lot of money. Didn't have to worry about all this stuff. Got a place of my own. Could write when I want. Do what I want. I don't even care so much about showering. I've been showering on the street for like 3 months now. Just being able to, have a place, have food. But it's weird. When I had that rental, that Airbnb, I almost had to force myself to keep moving more. Whereas opposed to when I'm on the street, I have no choice. I got to keep moving and doing stuff. And, with my dissociative disorder, my ability to focus and stuff and really, just process what I'm doing and enjoy myself, it comes and goes. But I'm making improvements. Being able to write is great. I've written dozens and dozens of pages. I'll give you a little quick preview of notes on a screenplay, and then done more work on that. I couldn't have done that a few months ago. Just could not have. My emotions were not there. I couldn't process them. I was just trying to survive, and I miss working on film sets. Yeah, just wild. It's just so surreal thinking, man, I came here a year ago. Everything was different about me and about this city. Things weren't shut down. I wasn't relapsing in my disorder. I was so excited to be here, even though so frustrated. And my dad was alive. But, what can I do? Just keep going and expect that I'll be able to look back at this at some point and think it was good. Hi, Lola. Oh, thank you. I have beautiful hair. Grow it long. I don't mind how it looks so much. It's not. Even though here's what I said this earlier. What I learned is it's hard to style long hair, and I have no experience doing it. I've never done it in my life, so it's like my hair looks kind of shitty a lot of times. I think. I don't know. The sideburns are kind of weird because look, they all kind of. It gets like this, especially when I'm wearing my hood and stuff and hat and getting sweaty and all that. I don't know. I put in conditioner now when I rinse my hair with the shampoo in the morning, when I wash myself with water bottles, but even so, it's still kind of stringy, but it's better than without it. And also the conditioner, it just, when I try and comb it after I shower in the morning, it's just like fucking knots. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't mind it so much. What I dislike the most about long hair, it's just uncomfortable. I get hot and sweaty. Although it's kind of not as much of an issue lately because I'm outside and it hasn't been. It's been hot some days, but like right now, the clouds were out. The clouds just went away, and so it's still kind of cool, and the wind is going. So even when I'm working out and stuff and sweating, it's not too bad. It was really kind of worse when I was at the gym. So I don't know, and I want to save money, but yeah, I am kind of interested in seeing what's like to grow it out. Like Martin Scorsese, I only want to look like film directors. So like Martin Scorsese, back when he had longer hair, if you're familiar with that. He had hair to like here or something, like kind of a hippie. And he, I don't have anything else to say about that except, yeah, I don't know, maybe. I don't know how that would look exactly. It's just weird because it's like, I don't know if it's quite like a mullet or not, but because it is going longer in the front, I just don't understand how I'm supposed to style it at a certain point. Like if it gets pretty long, like I can't even picture it. Bald equals number one. Yeah, nothing as nice as a nice shiny dome. Right. Yeah. Well, normally I would just buzz this to like with those electric trimmers. I know now the number 4 setting is good. So it's just like an inch long my hair or something. Because really I like it short. It's comfortable. I don't necessarily like how it looks as much, but it's just comfortable for me. You know, I don't like all this heat trapped on my skull. But whatever. Doing all right. I don't know when I want to. Just trying to make money somehow. How am I going to make money? I don't know. I am applying for some film jobs, and you know that's man, it's tough because yeah, you don't want to skip out on film work, and you want to make more connections with people and stuff. On the other hand, you don't want to get sick and spread it to others, and it become a disaster. I'm not growing a beard. I cannot do that. I cannot grow a beard because I get just my face is so uncomfortable when I grow longer facial hair. I can't do it. It is so uncomfortable for me. I feel like a slob. I have to shave. Dealing with the temperature in my car. Big problem is I can roll down the windows. I'm generally all right, and I got my this thing on here, the sun visor. But really, the problem is at night sometimes it's too warm to sleep well, so I'll leave the windows cracked a decent amount, like 1.5 inches or 2 inches. But then I put in my cardboard in the windows to black out the windows, so I have privacy. But then the thing is, it's still kind of warm, so what I'll do after that is I'll just sleep with a blanket on, basically. I'll have my sleeping bag under me, and I'll sleep on top of it, because I want to have two things, really. One, I want to have my water bottles down inside the sleeping bag, underneath my legs, so at least they're getting kind of warm. So when I shower with them in the morning, the water is warm. But also, ABC News van drove by. They're missing the big scoop right here. And what was I saying? Oh, a lot of times, like when I'll wake up around 3 or 4 in the morning, I go to the bathroom and I'm kind of cold, and I have water bottles I go in for the bathroom. But if I'm kind of cold, then I'll slip into the sleeping bag. So it's right there, and it's comfortable to sleep in. I wish I had a sunroof on this car. That's the biggest thing I miss about my Honda Civic. I had a sunroof. It was so damn nice sleeping with that here in LA. In Virginia, I didn't do it as much because you never knew when it was going to rain. Here, it pretty much never rains. So that was a really nice thing about sleeping in LA with it. But, that car was destroyed, so. And I still have broken glass in my bags from that when the glass went flying everywhere. Nine people here, not bad. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. Son of a bitch. I'm going to take a nap after this. I like napping in the morning. But yeah, man, I'd kind of like a home. Like I'm finally at the point where it's like, yeah, I'd kind of like a home. Just to have it. I know it's not going to change my life so much or anything. It's not going to be like, oh, it's the greatest thing. Just to have it, just to help. And be able to work on my laptop when I want and film stuff and make my own food. That's all. So, somehow I'm trying to figure that out. And I don't want regular jobs. I can't stand them. And I don't want to be unable to work on film shoots. So I'm trying to apply to film jobs. It just, it's still slow going on those. I do have a few opportunities here and there I've heard back from. But then the big concern is, first of all, whether they still go through, because anything can still change. Even without this pandemic, films can always be canceled. And but on top of that, with the pandemic, I mean, who knows when another outbreak, the second waves are happening in certain areas. It seems like certain states are spiking cases. So it's, it's just, you gotta just go with it. Oh, and I forgot the other big thing I'd like about having a home, just to watch goddamn TV and movies. It's like, man, sometimes I'd like to watch like a British TV show or something. I remember the first time I saw Top Gear. I couldn't believe it because I never saw it at my house. What I was working on a friend's short film in Pennsylvania. This is 10 years ago, or maybe 9 years ago. No, 10 years, I don't know. But I was in Pennsylvania, and we all had some downtime. It was night, after a day of shooting. They were watching Top Gear, and Tom Cruise was on it. So I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I didn't know a show about cars could be this fun or funny. And I didn't really know England had this kind of genre of television. And I sort of discovered some other stuff, their panel shows and everything. I'm like, damn, I'd like to watch some of that, see what other parts of the world are like. And I don't know how much I'd actually have time for that, because even the last 2 years I lived in Arlington, I had a TV. I barely watched anything. I just wasn't that interested. All I could bring myself to watch sometimes really was TCM. And sometimes like murder mystery shows. But other than that, and all I had was the basic cable stuff, though that was a lot of channels. But yeah, it wasn't really into that much, except Turner Classic Movies I loved having on and loved watching. But I didn't have that same desire I did when I was a teenager to lay in bed and watch TV. I was like, shit, I gotta get up, I gotta do stuff. So that'd be a nice thing, just to be able to watch movies. I've never had any of those, well, I have had, I've had Netflix, but I've never had, I've seen Pluto, something you can order shows on, or whatever. It's like another streaming service. So, have a couple of streaming services, that'd be cool. It's nice to have some money. That's what I'd like to do. Have some money. Six likes. That's cool. Thanks, everybody. Haz click and like para ayudarme. Click like in order to help me. And there are certain times, I do feel nostalgic for Virginia, even though overall I hated being there. It was just very interesting to me, the idea of even being there and being, I don't know, when you're in a small area, it's like hyper-focused on what people are doing in their lives. I'm like, I can't believe that. I would overhear conversations that were interesting, or, see people walking around. There was a certain part of Fairfax I really liked, just being around. And you can look at the video. It was the day I drove my mom. I forget, what did I title it? I think I titled it Angelo's Mom Gets Ice Cream in Fairfax or something, or a day in Fairfax getting ice cream. But it was cool because I just liked weird, out of the way stuff like that. She went to this kind of business center in Fairfax where there was a Social Security building, and she had to do something for this old lady that she works for as sort of like a companion helper, walks her dogs. And so I was just left hanging around for a few hours, and I was walking around, and it was so miserably hot. My car was overheating, so I couldn't really sit in it and run the air conditioning. And there was like a little commissary building or something. I'm like, this is just so weird. It's like the convergent point of so many specific things in this small area that people want and have. And it just, I don't know, it draws so much attention on itself, in a way, because it's such a small area. And even sitting in this courtyard, I forget, I was just sitting there waiting for my mom and listening to these two people talking, these two women. talking a little bit. I wasn't really trying to listen too hard, but I'm like, damn, this is just surreal. And then, of course, eating that ice cream that I wish we didn't. I was like, oh man, we should have just had sandwiches or something. But in the place where we got that, it was like almost like a big house. That one half of the house was like a tea shop, like a coffee shop, a cafe, and the other half was like a Baskin Robbins or something. And it's off Route 50 in somewhere in Fairfax. And yeah, there's stuff like that. The thing is, it always seems the memory of it is better than what it was, because I did hate being in Virginia. I hate going back. I hated the one time I did go back, but the idea, the allure of an escape when I've already escaped. I went to the other side of the country. Seems better than it is, but I don't know what I'm saying. I would like to film a movie there. And hopefully not be too miserable while I'm there and just fucking hate every second of it. Oh, I really want to watch Come and See. And actually, I just saw a trailer for it. I've never really seen the trailer, like a updated trailer or something for it, but I do really want to see. I love those bleak war movies and stuff, and I am interested in that. And I gotta go to the bathroom. I don't feel like walking all the way to that bathroom, though. But I have to, though. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. Shirts. Oh, man. Bunching up. Some crazy vehicles around here. Also, the other thing that'd be nice about having a home, being able to charge my phone. This battery on this phone, man, it's great. That's one really great feature about this LG Stylo 5. This fucking battery lasts like practically twice as long as my Samsung Galaxy. Now, it doesn't have nearly as much storage on it, but I can put it in a micro SD card. I know I have at least one or two of those. Because when you put a bunch of apps on the phone, it does slow down sometimes. But what do I care? I've started questioning, like, why am I about to check social media? Is there anything I actually need to do, or am I just doing this that is just because I'm feeling weak and is a distraction and a compulsion? I've gotten a lot better at it, just avoiding it, and that's what really made me dissociate in the get my relapse of my disorder. I was just fucking on social media too much, and it just changed how my brain was working and gave me lots of anxiety. And I'm still struggling with getting out of it, but I'm much better, thank goodness. That first month of my relapse back in December, that was hell. It was nightmarish. And it's weird that I've barely seen anyone I've known for the last 3 months. Man, I used to go out to events so much, film events, concerts, variety shows at Sunspace, comedy shows. One of the last shows I saw was Tim and Eric for their world tour, mandatory world tour. Thank goodness I was able to see that. That was insane. I love that. And that show was so fucking nuts. And Dr. Steve Rule showed up. Petey Pissman was there. Pissman's Mustard. Wish my mom could have seen that, but she was sick in D.C. She couldn't see this show there. It's too bad. She was looking forward to it for months. But, yeah, and just to not be able to see shows. And I don't know when we'll be able to see shows again. And I do wish I could see just more movies lately. I mean, you know, and my laptop speakers, something happened where the volume dropped on them. Like the overall volume setting. I can boost it higher. Like it's not like the speakers are physically broken, but something fucking happened and they won't work. So I downloaded like a 7-day trial of a volume booster. It worked fine. So I'm like, but anyways, it makes it hard to hear movies. And also the speakers suck on my laptop. They're all tinny and shit. No bass. And so it's like, man, to watch movies on my laptop and the screen's not even that great or anything. You know, it's not the same. I did, whatever. Glad for this car. I should do my periodic check of the radiator, coolant, tires, and the oil after this live stream. I haven't done it in a few weeks. But this car rides like a dream, thank goodness. I feel fine just sitting here doing nothing, just being quiet sometimes on this live stream. Normally I feel like I gotta keep talking and entertaining people. But now, what's wrong with just being quiet? Just goofing around. Doing nothing. Oh shit, my finger's stuck in the tape deck. There's a tape deck on this car. It's a 2000 Toyota Camry. With power seats. Moist Andy sends me the funniest messages. I love it. I can send him something and he'll reply with something completely unrelated, either in text messages or on Instagram. He shares with me a lot of stuff on Instagram. So, you know, if you want to see funny stuff, go watch Moist Andy on Instagram. I like seeing what's going on in Virginia there with him. I like seeing him posting his bike videos or the food he eats in his car. He's just a weird guy. And he just sends me the funniest shit. And a lot of times I'll share whatever messages he sent me or comments he left for me that are just so fucking funny and bizarre. I swear someday, you know, when he's ready, it's like you can't rush it, you know. Even 2 weeks before I came to LA, I wasn't ready to be in LA. So, you know, I don't know if he'll ever be in Los Angeles, but I would like it if he was here. But that's just selfishly me, you know, wanting him here. It seems like he's doing pretty well in Virginia, working at an Amazon warehouse. And if you're not familiar with Moist Andy, just type in Moist Andy in YouTube. You'll find both our videos together. He has his own channel. I have videos with him. His video, drinking a gallon of water in my mom's house, has over 12,000 views now. I never in my life thought one of his videos would get that many views. At least one of the ones we filmed already, because they only seem to get like, you know, 100 to 300 views or something. So that's really great. People are getting to see who Moist Andy is. Real name Joseph Shanuel. He left me the funniest damn comment about how he stopped drinking alcohol. He said he had some flashback one day in 2016. He used to drink rum and like beer and wine, and then he said, but one day in 2016 he had a flashback to every good experience he had with every person he's ever met, and that caused him to stop drinking. And he said, but it only caused him to stop drinking last year. It was just the funniest thing. He left his long comment, very detailed. It was so cool. I posted it on Instagram. Click like, everyone. We're slacking on the likes now. The views are doing all right. 9 people. I like that. That's an exclusive club of people. If it was more people, I'd welcome them. But I like this is a very exclusive, small club. Man, I'm getting these weird tastes in my mouth from my disorder. It feels like chemicals are in my mouth from my dissociative disorder. Overall, it's getting much better. We got 7 likes. Thank you, someone. 10 people, 7 likes. People, the math is not adding up. You got 10 likes, or 10 views, but 7 likes. We gotta bump those likes up to 10. Don't bring the viewers down. Keep them up at 10. Somebody just left. That's not good. Keep them good, or you know what? Screw you. We don't want you anyways. That 10th person. We want to keep it an exclusive club. The 9, the Fellowship of the Ring. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the video. Where's everybody from? Where's everyone watching from? You bunch of turds. I take that back. You're not turds. I don't know why I said that. I thought it was funny. Kentucky. How do you refill this thing? When I got this car, the previous owner gave me this filled with tissues, so you can put them out. How the hell do you put more tissues in here? Are there like tissue boxes you buy that are specifically for, or tissue packs that are specifically for refilling these things? It's like, you know, when you get like, I don't know what it is, what like clean like air fresheners, and you put the new cartridge in of the scent, something like that, or is it just you just figure it out on your own? This is from Tempo. I don't know if you can read it. I'll leave it up here. Even though now for tissues, I just use all the, I just keep all the napkins I get at Jack in the Box and just use those. Why pay for tissues when you can just go to fast food restaurants and get napkins? Don't make no sense, man. Someday I'll have a home. I don't know if I'll rent an apartment. I don't like the idea of renting one. Sons of bitches looking at my credit background and all that, my income. I'm like, screw you. I don't have to prove anything to you. But I do have to prove to them that I can rent it and be in their little club. But I would like to just buy a home, if that's possible. No homeowners association. I fucking hate those. You gotta keep your grass this height. You can't put a sticker in your window, or else we'll foreclose on your house. You'll get a $300 fine if you don't pay it. We'll just foreclose on your house. And the problem is too, like 80% of houses in America are part of homeowners associations, and if you live in an area where you don't have a homeowners association, one can just come over and take over your neighborhood, and you have no choice. So, I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, I would like a home at some point. It just makes sense for me at a certain age, a certain point. Joel Schumacher just died at 80. Man, that's sad. I mean, you know, it's a good age to make it to, regardless, but, you know, the guy got a lot of shit, I know, for making the Batman and Robin movie and whatever the other one was, I can't remember. Batman Beyond? Or, I don't know. But those are still well-made movies, and he was a good director, very talented director. He was a costume designer before he became a director. How many directors do that? Become costume designers, then directors. But yeah, I still have my off days and off moments, and then sometimes I'm better as far as my disorder goes, where I can feel my emotions and sense myself, and still, right now, I'm still feeling that like vice clamp down on me, where I still can't quite wiggle free of it. Although overall, doing much better. I'm writing my screenplay. I'm enjoying watching funny videos online. I mean, that's progress for me. And movie clips and stuff, so, you know. It would help a lot more too if I could work on movie sets and be around people and go to movie theaters, but making the best with what I can. Still have that warm spot on my leg. It's acting up right now at this moment, but it's not nearly as strong as before. And yeah, just gotta. Man, I was so glad when it just got to the weak point where it is now. And it's part of my disorder. It's like my nerves and my senses are all out of order because my body's just like overreacting to whatever is causing this disorder, the stress that's causing it. Oh, getting a little sleepy. Hey, Allie. Thanks for joining. Click like, everybody. Now we got more likes than people here, so we need more people here. I'm just taking it easy, relaxed live stream. I'm just trying to think what to say in videos lately. I don't want to just make a video if I don't have much to say, but I'm kind of fine with doing it in a live stream if it's just, you know, laid back for people. But I don't know. I got to think of different video ideas. I don't even really want to talk about my life much. I just want to do entertaining stuff, even if it's just simple. It's been totally surreal how much this pandemic has changed everything. And of course my disorder has affected me a lot too. I'm still like only 7 months into my disorder, this relapse, meaning usually it lasts much longer. So if I'm 7 months in and I'm this much better, that's good progress. 7 fucking months, you know. It's still a long time. And I'm still always wearing masks when I go out. I might be working on film sets soon, so, you know, that's going to be... I'm glad to be working, but this pandemic is worse than ever. This disease has spread more than ever, so it doesn't make sense to reopen things, and yet, you know, we all also know we got to make money and try and keep careers going, and yet do we risk our lives for it? It's tough. But I'm kind of living the dream in a way, doing what I want, even though I've been on my own for the last 3 months or so. Just kept to myself. It sucks. I miss going to shows. I miss seeing people, going to film events like film meetups, filmmaker meetups, movie theaters, comedy shows. I saw Neil Hamburger here, Tim Heidecker. But again, what can you do? Oh, 3 people here. All right. I'll do a show for 3 people. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. What do? Do I just leave the phone here while I go to the bathroom? I don't really want to bring it inside the bathroom. Train's coming. I'll just conceal my phone in my car. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. Here, I'm gonna set the phone down. What the? Oh, I see the lens is down in the corner. Alright everyone, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. I just want to put the phone where it's not going to be visible in my car. Gonna cover up the phone. I'll be back. I gotta walk over to the bathroom in the park. Stay right there, everyone. 7 people here. Cool. While I was going to the bathroom. Oh my God, it's hot in this car. Wow, that's nice. The wind's coming in. How's the battery doing? 62%? It's draining a little quick, but no, not really. For an hour of live streaming, that's really good. It was already at like 87% when I started. I gotta get a proper case for this phone. The edges of the screen go straight to the edge of the phone, so if I even like just graze it with my finger, if I'm watching a video or something, it'll make the video jump forward or whatever. I'm like, oh shit. Or accidentally, you know, go to a different, like, that thing where it pulls up the windows of every process the phone has done in the last day, or every app it's opened in the last day. It's nice to get the cool air in here now. Even a few minutes, this car heated up. I should have left the windows cracked, but it heated up the car quite a bit. I'm able to get these at the food bank real cheap. These low sugar Atkin protein drinks. It's pretty cool. I get kombucha drinks there too, but Moist Andy says those aren't good. I don't know. I don't know if that's Moist Andy's little hang-up superstition, or if that's true. I mean, I feel better after I drink. Oh, shit. Okay, that was annoying. The stream just cut out. But, yeah, anyways, whatever. While everyone is out and doing whatever, or in, or whatever, I'm just out here in my car, lounging around. So that once this quarantine and stuff is over and we're properly back working again, I'll be so much more prepared, I hope, to have a career writing and directing. I don't even like saying that because it jinxes it. It's like rewarding myself before I've actually done it. Just be more prepared for a film career. I'll put it as that. I'll do the work quietly on my own. You don't got to see it. You didn't hear about it. Yeah, when am I doing another sleep stream? I almost wanted to do one last night. I don't know. I guess I'd like to do one. It's just, yeah, I don't know when. Whatever. I want to make sure my phone is fully charged before I do it, and try and be able to get somewhere where I can charge my phone the next day after I do it. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'd like to do one. The thing is with sleep streams too, I'm also kind of lazy doing them because I have to be disciplined about just lying there and sleeping. When I'm not just lying there and sleeping for a sleep stream, I like to have my phone on and play funny videos or something, or I'll play Red Letter Media movie reviews. I used to just listen to old episodes of Loveline. So it just depends on my mood. I go through phases. So yeah, I'm kind of lazy about it because I like to just be able to, you know, look up stuff. Yeah, I should do that sometime because the last one did pretty well. The one in that rental place, that Airbnb that someone let me use. Oh, thanks. You'll donate when I do? I'll try and do one soon. I don't know if I'd do one tonight because I don't know if I'll be able to charge my phone properly today. Maybe. Also, I want to make sure I get a full night of sleep doing it. I guess I'll go for another, 15, 20 minutes. I'm not sure how long. I'm in a rush to stop. I don't have a ton to say, but I also know this stream, I just want to experiment. See, will people just watch if I'm just kind of hanging out? Not doing a lot. I gotta beat off this floor mat. It's getting all dirty. Go ahead and beat it off. I hate how the sun fucking burns up my fucking hands. Look at the gradation in color from my arm to my wrist. It gets so fucking hot. I barely even let my hands get exposed to the sun, and it still does it. So I'm gonna beat off my all the dirt and twigs and stuff from the floor mat that like kind of makes my feet uncomfortable when I have my shoes off. That's better. Now I'll take my shoes off. It's weird. I still got to take my shoes off even in like my home, which is my car. Just more comfortable. I got tired of having my shoes on all the time. I really want to get, would be cool to have Velcro or something fastened up to the ceiling of the car so I could have my phone like watch videos while it's like planted up here. Also, it'd be a good angle for a live stream, sleep stream, or maybe over here. Yeah, just kind of like an arm jutting down from the ceiling of the car. Oh, my stomach hurts a little. Oh boy. It's almost noon. Man, I hate having to take a dump. I guess I may have to do it soon. Yeah, I'm not going to try and push it too long, because never know when it'll be an emergency. Alright, I'm going, everyone. Thanks for watching.